Hey guys, so Wesley has decided to start working on his car again. So we're going to put it up at the house because we got good flat concrete up there at the house. And he'll just have to do things with cut off wheels and hammer and chisel because we don't have no air up there. But he's wanting to work on it and the shop is full. We don't have no more room in the shop, so he's wanting to work on his car, so we're going to put it up there. It hasn't been started in over a month, I guess, right? Probably 2 months. He's got it cut up. We're going to try to ease it up there without bending the frame rails. So he's got the back. He's got all the back taillight panel cut out. He's still got to cut these pieces. He should have done that while you was down here with the air chisel. These end pieces. Yeah. Now it's gonna be hard on you. But that's what he's got so far. We held us a screwdriver. We can only start with a screwdriver. Here, let me see your screwdriver. Hit the camera. Let's stop it. Probably should have poured some gas down in the carburetor. We got the brakes kind of bled-ish. Just the front. We don't have no back brakes. No connection. Maybe that'll work. Stop. Just don't go that fast. We have somewhat little brakes, don't we?
speed. Oh God. Ooh.
What just happened?
We're stuck. Oh man, hope that's not stuck on the bottom of the car.
What?
Nothing.
Is it on the ramps?
Yeah.
The brakes aren't working at all, man. We need to put like some boards or something up so I don't roll off the edge.
Alright, I'm gonna pause the video.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold the brake and the clutch and everything at the same time, just trying to roll backwards.
Alright, you're here. It's up here.
That's scary. That's terrifying.
I'm gonna pause the video.
Well, that wasn't the most terrifying thing that I've ever done. That sucked. This car has pretty much zero brakes. We did manage to get some fluid into the front masters or the front wheel cylinders, and I adjusted the brakes the best I could, but you got to like pump them like 20 times to get it to slow down. So no exhaust, crappy carburetor, no water in the engine, so I didn't want to get it hot, but we got it up here. I did a little burnout in the grass, so the wife probably not going to be too happy, but it is what it is. We didn't want to be too aggressive with it because we just got our frame rails are just floating around in the air down here. And just looking at it, Wesley, it almost looks like one of your frame rails is up just a tickle. Like this one, probably where it was wrecked. One of them's up higher than the other one.
That's very noticeable. God,
So,
how down that one is.
Yep. We'll fix it. Ain't no big deal. I knew it was tweaked because remember it was hit really hard on this side. So this side's probably bent down. We'll fix it. Alright, so we have found some issues. What'd you find, Wesley?
That my car's been wrecked and my frame rails that are bent.
Bent and?
Like crack. Come here. Come here, look. See it right up down through there? So we're gonna go take some metal and plasma cut it out and try to fix it.
The frame rails on this car are solid. They are not rusty. But this car has been in a really bad wreck. All this is Bondo. All this has been hammered back straight. We're going to try to do a little better work on the dolly work. But all this is broke. It's broken half all the way up to the top. So this back frame rail is just flopping like this. So we've leveled the car up. Front and back, side to side. Well, not side to side. It's front and back it's leveled. And we have started fitting the parts. If you stand back and look at it, it is now setting pretty good with level with each other. Taillight panel setting pretty level. Package tray, top. Looks pretty good considering when we first put this on here, this was like, whoop. I mean, this was ridiculous. This was going downhill like this. This was unreal how bad this was. We didn't get that on camera, did we?
Well, I think we did.
Maybe we did. I don't know. So what I ended up doing was cut a hole in the floor. He heated up the frame rail with a torch on the bottom side, and I hammered the frame rail on this side, and I got all the dent out where it was crinkled. So this side is pretty good. It's not broke. It's straight now. So we're going to go over there and patch that side with some plates still. Ellie won't leave us alone. Oh! So this is Wesley's project. I'm working down there at the garage, but I'm coming up here and helping him with his car back and forth. All right, guys. So little man's car's got some broken frame rails. So we're going to cut out some steel to plate his rear frame rail where it's broke. So a company has reached out and they have sent us their BESTARC plasma cutter. It is the BTC 500 DP 9 Gen. So we're going to unbox it and see what it's all about. We're going to try it out for the very first time right now today. So here it is. We actually got a little ahead of ourselves when we cut the wrapper, but we're going to unbox this thing right now. Alright, so we're out of the box. It's looking pretty good. It looks like a pretty well built little unit. And I've opened up the box. We got a clear hose for something. I don't know. Maybe it's for a fish aquarium. We got a good ground, looks like. Good heavy duty ground. And of course our lead for our plasma cutter. So I'm going to get all this out. I'm going to hook it up. Looks like we got instruction manual. We got some Teflon tape. We got some various fittings and hoses, and it looks like maybe some consumables. Why does that have a... Oh, as I say, it almost looked like a welding tip. It's not. Okay, so I'm going to get this hooked up. I'll get it all hooked up, and we'll see how it works. Alright, so the plasma cutter will come with a little adapter to adapt it from... You can go from 220 to 110, so that's what we're going to do. Since I don't want to get too close to the wall over there, I want to work right here in this area. So we're going to plug this up right quick, and then little man's going to plug it up to 110. Here you go. Plug her up. And everything was pretty self-explanatory as far as hooking these up. I mean, you can't possibly hook this up wrong. You see this piece of... Let me put y'all down for just a minute. I'm going to grab a piece of steel. Alright, so we've got our air line plugged up. Let's kick this baby on. Did it do anything?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she came on. Alright, so we are going to try and plasma cut this out. I'm just going to leave it on whatever settings they got it on right now. And let's just see what it does. I like it's got this little foot deal on it, so you don't actually make contact with the metal. Pretty cool. I've never used one of these on it before. That thing cuts really good. And that's just the settings that was already on the machine when I took it out of the box, so that worked really good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make this cut. Good. They're not straight, but I'm not trying to make them straight. I had a guide, but I didn't want to use the guide since I had this little rest on. Working really good so far. There you go, guys. I wonder if I can sign my name with it.
Josh.
They don't say Josh. That says Flint. Well, there you have it, fellas. There you have it. I signed my name. I got my metal cut out for our patches we're going to put on our Mustang. The little plasma cutter seems to be working pretty good. That's the settings that was on right out of the box. I've not changed nothing. So, whatever they had it on, it's working pretty good.
Is that hot?
It's probably pretty hot. Comes with everything you need to get to work right out of the box. This is the 500. It is the 110, 220. It's the BTC 500 DP 9 Gen. Want one? Go check them out. BESTARC. I will put a link in the description in this video. Go check them out, guys. It seems like a pretty good little unit. I'm going to use this thing hard, and if it starts giving any problems, I will post it on the channel. Alright, so we just kind of crudely cut out some steel, 16 gauge steel. It's got some slag on the back side. We got to knock the slag off. And little man is going to try out his new welder that a friend gave to us, Mr. Eric Davis. His little boy give my little boy this handy dandy welder. Oh, put it up here, Wesley. He's got it kind of dingy looking, but pretty cool little welder. I haven't got to use it yet, but Wesley has. He's made a little man with it. Hopefully he hasn't wasted all his wire. Got a little bit of wire left, looks like. We might have to go get some more. But this is this a yes welder? What kind of welder is this? No, this is a air. How you pronounce that, Wesley?
I don't know.
Air me? I don't know how to pronounce it, fellas. It seems to work halfway decent. I mean, little things, big things come in small packages, you know. But it's got a killer display on the front of it. I mean, it looks like something out of science fiction theater. But he's getting ready to try her out. We got to do a little hammering first, though. So, I know, Ellie, go throw her toy. I started out with one of these. Wasn't this small, but I started out with flux core, just like he's doing. But anyway, so we cut these patches out. I'm probably gonna have to cut more of an angle on this side, because I kind of just want to overlap this bump stock bracket, just cover the whole daggone thing up. Might butt up to it, but I'm probably just gonna cover the whole thing up. We're not building no SEMA rig, no show rig. We're just trying to fix this good enough where it's safe for him to drive. So where it's cracked, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna weld up the crack first. We're gonna grind it down, and then we're gonna put this piece of steel over it. And then we're gonna weld it up solid all the way around. And then we're gonna put the smaller piece of steel under the bottom side, cap the bottom side, and then we're gonna put the other piece of steel on the other side. So it's gonna have a whole entire rail is gonna be capped. It's going to be welded back together, then it's going to be capped. So it should be stronger than it was before, hopefully. But that's what we're working on. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've welded a plate over all the buckles and the rip that was in his frame rail. So I welded a plate on the bottom, and on the side here, I welded it in solid. That is flux core wire. You can peck on it, take a wire brush to it, and then it'll be a real pretty bead. But we're not worried about underneath this car. This is just to make it safe again. That frame rail is really nice and solid. It's a galvanized frame rail. It's not got any rust in it. But this, unfortunately, does. So we're going to make him a new transition. Probably from like, well, that's a tear. So we'll push that tear back in and weld it up. But from like here over, we're going to make a new transition. Or might cut one out of another old parts car we've got around here somewhere and fix the bottom of this. And then the back of this car will be pretty solid. As you can see where this car has been in a wreck or two, all this has all been up. Shackles. I probably got some new shackle kits in the shop somewhere. So we'll put new shackles on it. But little man's gonna weld all the new sheet metal on. I was just wanting to do the frame rails because you gotta lay upside down and get burned up pretty bad. So I didn't want him get burned up. What you find there, buddy? Washer? That's a pretty washer. That looks important. What'd that fall off of? Huh. So yeah, big shout out to Eric Davis and his son for giving my son this little welder. It works extremely well. I wish I'd had that welder with me when I took my trip to Iowa to go help the Inevitable Gym. That little welder right there, for some reason, works extremely well. I don't know why, but it does. It's an amazing little welder. It doesn't put out no weld splatter. it just does the job. It just gets the job done. I recommend y'all guys going and looking for that welder right there, because I'm impressed. I don't think it's able to use gas. No, it's just strictly flux core, and it can only use that like a, I think it's what, a 1 pound. Yeah, it's a 1 pound roll. That's all you can put in it. But it's extremely well at what it does. You like it? I like it too. You can drill them all the way through if you need to.
I don't want the piece to get stuck in there.
Oh.
Like last time, it was hard to get out.
So Wesley needs that piece, so that's why he's taking that off. Because we're going to put it on back on this. And then we're going to use a piece we cut off of the customer's car. We're going to put it in at the factory location since this one's rusty. See that hole right there? It was rusty here and it was all mangled back here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come right straight up through here. Instead of a straight cut, that's not strong. We're going to come up here diagonal. Weld it back in. Put it back in spot welds. Put it diagonal. And the rest of it's pretty good shape. So when he hangs this new quarter, he's got something to put it back on. That's nice and straight. We're going to be using this piece. You know your model car pieces is out here? Oh, I guess he's not listening. But I saved this piece off of another car. So we're going to be using that. Because it has a good end cap. He needs this piece because his was just crunched and mangled. So we'll be using the top part of this quarter off the this is off of Jason's car. We're building an Eleanor for Jason, and he didn't need this, so I saved it to put on Wesley's car. So see, that's the way I cut it behind it so Wesley could use it. And then we're just going to come straight up through here. I about screwed up, I cut too far.
Yeah, turn that light on.
Will it help? Push the button, see if it helps me.
Not really.
Mm-hmm. Just don't be afraid of it, just do it.
Circle.
Blowing it out inside your helmet, that's funny. Keep going, don't be afraid of it. Just fill in the hole in the middle now. That'll work, that looks good. Let's see if it burned all the way through to the bottom. Oh yeah, it burned all the way through. That's definitely penetrated.
No take your box strips off now. Did they come off?
So I'll come over here to check on Wesley, and he's welding. You get your nozzle a little bit closer to what you're working with. He's doing pretty good. He's learning. Hey, what's going on, guys? I ain't moving too good. I sat down in a chair after I got back from Jim's. When I went up and helped Jim in Iowa on his 65 Mustang, I felt great. Everything was hunky-dory. I came home. I was fine for a few days. And all I just sat down in a chair. That's all I did. I just sat down in a chair and was just sitting there listening to people talk. We were at my wife's grandma's house eating dinner. And something snapped in my back. Like something just went, bow. I mean, it just felt like an explosion in my back. And I was down. I suffered the entire rest of that dinner. I tried to not show much pain. I was able to drive home. Should have let the wife drive home. When I made it home, I was crawling. I was on the floor crawling, hands and knees. This is now the, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is now 3 days later, 3 or 4 days later from that incident. I've been taking plenty of ibuprofen, muscle relaxers. I've been doing everything, trying to just get to the point where I can get back down here to the garage. I have not done anything in a solid week. I've not touched nothing. I've not even been down here to my garage. But little man's wanting to, he's wanting to work on his car some. He's been off on they've been on vacation school. They've been on school break. So he's wanting to work on his car some, and I kind of want to get down here and work on my car some. Because I need to get this car out of here. The 69 coupe to fastback build we done on the channel. I need to just button it up and put it outside and put a tarp over it for next year. It'll be a next year type of thing probably. So that I can get back on the Eleanors. A friend of mine, and his name's Mike. I got his Eleanor in the shop working on it. And Jason, I'm working on his Eleanor. And another guy, we are working on his car too. Yeah. I gotta get this car out of here. Little man's won't work on his, so I'm gonna try to just limp around and just power through the pain and try to get y'all a video out. But I'll show you what I'm doing. Little man's up there working on his. I'm going back and forth from here to there, so I'm moving a little slow. So when I got back from Iowa, I came down here and I started trying to fit this deck lid. And as you can see, it's damaged. This is a brand new deck lid. It came to my house damaged from CJ Pony Parts. I don't know why I keep using them. I need to just stop, I guess. Sometimes when you get a better deal, when you get a discount, it's not always better. I believe their stuff is cheaper because they ship it out the door damaged. They know it's damaged. So of course they're going to give it to you cheaper. So, his whole corner was rolled over. I just beat it back out. This is going to have some work. It's got a big old bad space right here. I'm slurring my words a little bit, fellas. I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm going to try to power through it. We got a pretty good gap right here. Good even gap. It's got a decently even gap across the front. It needs to be closed up a little bit. This deck lid could come forward just a little. This was just me sticking it up there, just kind of seeing what I had. Just like a baseline. As you come over here to this side, you'll see that the gap is closed up. There's no gap. And you see it's pretty well parallel. The reason why it's open, you see how it's opened up here? We got our gap. Then we come down here. The gap is gone. No more gap. It's overlapping kind of. Reason that is because if you remember, you see this big buckle right here? It was like that on both sides. If you remember when I got this fastback, it had been rear-ended in the back. So when it pushed the back, when it got hit and pushed in, it actually pulled this quarter over. And it pulled this quarter over. So I took a pry bar on this side, stuck it down in that hole in that bumper bracket, pulled over on it, and then I kind of gently hammered this down. Got it good and straight and flat. And it opened up my gap and fixed my gap. This side I wasn't so lucky on. I tried, but it was not going to move. So I'm probably going to have to go get my porter power and put some pressure on it and just start hammering and beating around on stuff real gently like, and see if I can get the metal to go back to where it wants to go, because this metal has memory in it. It will try to go back to where it's supposed to be. But besides that, I'm dealing with really bad end caps. These are the aluminum ones that you get from your part suppliers. Some of them's fiberglass, some of them's pop metal. So I've got this gap right here looking pretty good all the way across, as you can see. The way you get this gap right, this way or this way, is on a 69 it has this panel right here. So what you do is, before you weld anything, you can pull this panel over this way or this way, and you can watch the gap change. Watch this. You see that? Did you see it get narrow? I can pull it out this way and it'll get wider. So you get wider. That's how you change your gap. So depending on where you put that is depending on where this is going to be, you know, in or out. So in order to get that right, I had to pull this out. So when I pulled that out, it rose up. See how this and this no longer lines up? So that means it needed to go out, of course, but also now it all needs to go down. Now as you can see, it is higher. This is hanging down lower. This line is supposed to line up with this line. So now what I got to do is I got to come in here and I got to trim on the inside of this. Whoa, Lord have mercy. So as you can see, this is touching this. It can't go down any farther. This is not welded yet. You don't weld this yet, because you want to be able to move your quarter up and down with this. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grind some of this off. See where I scribed the line? I'm going to take off about, I don't know, 3/16 of an inch off this. And then all this should be able to go down. That should fix this problem. And it should fix my height problem. That's just some of the things that you get into. I've also went in here and started doing a little rust repair. It ain't pretty, but it really don't have to be pretty in here. We are not building no show car. We're just trying to put it back on the street. So all this was rotted off and gone. I could come in here and I could notch this out and make it look just like all the other notches in this. But that's pointless. That'll never be seen again. I'll come in here, I'll do a little bit of grinding. I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to put Rust-Oleum black that brush on. I'll be brushing on the Rust-Oleum black and clean all this up, making it pretty and making it last for the next guy. I got to put a patch right here. I got to get this access off, this wheel tub. See, it still has part of the outer wheel tub still on it. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to get this part off. And then I got to make a patch to go in here to tie this into my rocker. Somebody's come up the driveway. Let me see who it is. Okay, so I went in there with my little Rolex disc and I ground it down right up to my little scribed mark I put on it. Made it real nice. Gotta be gentle. You don't want to be having to do a bunch of unnecessary body work. So you just take off a little bit at a time. So now we're going to see if it has dropped down any now. Because it needed to drop down about 3/16 of an inch. Okay. I'll do it one-handed here and my back's shot. Let's see here. Yeah, it's definitely dropped down now. And we are lined up now. Look at that. That's awesome. Now, if the gap still looks good, we've dropped down quite a bit. See how much we've dropped down? So now we got to bring the quarter panel down to the end cap. Let's close the deck lid and just see what we got. And I apologize if I sound like Dookie. I don't feel good. Okay. Let's see what our gap looks like. Oh man, we got a good gap. We lined up any better? Oh, we are really close. Look at that line now. I mean, you gotta look past the crappy metal CJ Pony sent me, but I mean, we are really close to line up at the top and the bottom. Down here lines up now. Man, we are golden. So now all we got to do is we have to bring this down just a little bit. And we got this. So in order to bring that down, let's see what we got. This thing's gonna fly up on us. Okay, so in order to bring the quarter down, all we got to do is we are going to leave this screw in it. We're going to leave all these screws just like they are, and we're just going to take these screws out. And as you can see, the lineup hole is off about 3/16 of an inch. So once I bring this down, this hole is going to line up perfect. So that's all you got to do to line up your quarters and your end caps and your deck lid. That's how you make them fit. You just keep manipulating things until stuff lines up. Most of the time you do have to take some material off of these somewhere, and if they don't fit good, like if they're rocking, then usually it's because they're hitting something under your, whether it's a 67, 68 Mustang, 65, 66, 69, 70. Usually if those aren't fitting good, it's because something's hitting. It's hitting something on this edge. It's hitting something under here. Or it's got some kind of nasty casting going on under here. Like these things right here. These little stops. Sometimes these things are like too long, or they've got a big gob with something on them. Or these are not flat, milled right. Like these could be too long, causing it to hit this before it touches the quarter. You know, this surface here is flat. Could be hitting this before it ever closes up the gap. So sometimes you have to take some off of these. There's just little tips and tricks, you know, about these that might help y'all out. But I'm tired, boys. I'm beat. I'm not tired from working and being tired, you know, from cutting and grinding and welding like a normal man. I'm just tired because I'm hurting. Takes a lot out of you. I mean, it's just like I couldn't breathe. Like when my back was hurting like it was the other day, I was bent over like an old man. Like I couldn't stand up straight. I was bent over like this right here. I could not straighten my back up. And it was taking my breath, had shooting pains up and down my back. And literally all I done was sit down in a chair. And it's just like, nope, you can't do that no more. So, so yeah, I suffered for a few days. Oh, right now I'm kind of comfortably numb. So, little man, he's been working on his car. Let me take y'all up there and show y'all just exactly how far he's gotten on his car, and give y'all a little update on his progress. But yeah, this car right here, it's coming along. We've got good door gaps, as you can see. Door opens and closes good. It's lined up. I burned it in. I thought I was recording. I had the tripod set up on the other side over there because I put a, what I done was I just put a plate in here, and I had a decent sized gap, and I just welded the gap up to that plate I had in there. I'm gonna come in here and drill a couple holes. I might drill a hole here, and when I get this fender off, drill a hole below it, and then plug weld through it to my plate that I have in here. But yeah, I got her welded solid. I got to come in here and do a lot of grinding to make it pretty. But I haven't welded it in there yet. But all of it is lined up really good. I'm going to come in here and metal finish this to where you never know I was here. And then all the rest of it will be just like factory fastback stuff. But I'm going to walk y'all up here and show y'all just exactly where little man's gotten to on his. This is all the metal I cut off his car in here. And I got a lot of parts in the other day. They had to set over at my uncle's shop for a week because I've been down. I haven't been able to do nothing. But so I got a bunch of 69 stuff in. We got new fenders for it. We got new doors for it. Spoilers. Let's see. Let's see. What is all this stuff? We got lower balance here. Got a new hood brace, good support. Is this the doors? Yeah. Yeah. New door shells both sides, new finish on both sides. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. So let me walk y'all up here and show you little man's car. Whew, it has gotten really, really gloomy out here. It was nice and sunny and bright and pretty. And then it just got nasty and wet and rainy. So he ain't able to work on it. He's got to clean his mess up. Getting that thing up on that was kind of a fiasco. But this is where he's gotten. So y'all see me fix that rail for him. I give him those tail light bezels. That is from Motorhead Garage or M-Tech. I think he's called Motorhead Garage again now. Remember I bought that wrecked car from him and brought it back to life? That's the tail light bezels off of it. And Jason that owns the car I'm building down at the shop, he give him the deck lid and those end caps. I give him the tail light panel and that brace. This piece actually came off of Jason's car. This was a piece that just usually gets cut off and thrown away. Wesley needed it because his was rotten. So he's got the deck lid, he's got this on here. Got the tail light panel on now. And we got the frame rail set straight and even. He's got this cut off. He's got to go in here and do a lot of cleanup work, get it ready for the new wheel tub. He's got to put a new drop off on it. And then we can put some new quarter panels on this thing. When I say we, I mean him. He's going to have to learn how to do this himself. But I am going back and forth and just helping him, you know. He does still need help. But he's learning. To be 15 years old, he's almost 16. And doing this stuff on your own, that could be a... It's really intimidating for a kid, you know, to just start cutting a car in two. So, but we did a lot of work on that rail. So I got the rails are perfectly straight, they're even, they're level now. So, and they're safe, they're not broke no more. But yeah, the back of his car is looking pretty cool now. His car is looking like something. Well, fellas and fillettes, that's gonna be it for me on this video. I'm hurting pretty bad. I'm gonna go lay down for a minute. My back is getting really tight and really sore, so I'm sorry it wasn't much of a video. I probably overworked my back when I was up in Iowa, but man, I'm telling you, when I got back, I felt like $1,000,000. I felt fine for days. I was fine, nothing wrong with me. So I'm pretty sure it was nothing to do with going up there and helping Jim. Super nice people. I really enjoyed working with Jim. I'm positive it was nothing to do with that. I think I just sat down wrong. I think I'm getting to the age where I'm just gonna have to be careful getting up and down and climbing in and out of these old cars. I mean, I'm even scared to fart or cough at this point. But till next time, guys, please like, share, subscribe. I know this video wasn't what I normally do. Maybe on the next one I'll be feeling a lot better. Till next time.